Hi, I am Tom Zacharia, and I'm a solutions architect at OpsLevel. Today, we'll be doing a demo of a custom integration between OpsLevel and CloudZero to bring visibility into infrastructure cloud costs associated to, let's say, services in your catalog. We'll make use of OpsLevel and CloudZero APIs to do that. So let's get into how that would look like. Of course, the prerequisite is that you have a CloudZero account and an API key enabled on that account. Hopefully, you would have already integrated the account with AWS or another cloud infrastructure. And what we would want, for instance, if it's AWS, is to have cost allocation tags enabled. So what we're going to leverage are tags, and this tag information will help us associate relationship between services in your catalog and infrastructure resources in AWS. So in this case, we have enabled name as a tag, and this information will be available in CloudZero and via APIs of CloudZero. So what we have done here is to use a Python script which would call CloudZero for the billing cost endpoint. We'll use the group by tag name. Remember the tag that was enabled on the AWS cost allocation. We'll use that to group by that, and we will use a granularity of cost type, etc. to fetch that information. We will then make an API call to OpsLevel to update a property. And this is where we will use settings and customization in OpsLevel to associate, let's say, if you have a service, have a custom property called AWS Cost to capture that as a custom property information in your service. Now, how would that look like? So if you look at your services and if you have a component, for instance, dependable demo, let's say, this is how it would look like. So the AWS cost will appear as a custom property here, and the information will be available or updated in this service property based on the information collected from CloudZero. Now, by this alone, you can look at individual services, look at the cost associated with it, but how can we then leverage other capabilities within OpsLevel to bring more visibility? As an example, how can we bring this up to a team level? So this is where, first, let's have a look at how that would look like. So if I go to Teams and look at my sample order management team, there's a pie chart widget here that gives you an information or a breakdown of how the costs are separated or broken down by different, let's say, service in that team or that are owned by that team. How do we make this possible? This is possible via our UI customization for teams, and this is how you do that. And in the layout, you can edit the layout, and this is the custom widget we are using. So what we're doing here is essentially using this GraphQL query to fetch that information for the AWS cost tag or the property for all services, and then use that to display the widget. And this will give you a good breakdown of cost for service within a team. So we first use the custom integration to fetch that information from CloudZero and push that into a service property. It's not just CloudZero. We can use, for instance, the AWS Cost Explorer APIs, or if you're using another tool for capturing infrastructure costs, you can use APIs from there as well to leverage and populate that information within your catalog. We'll have the sample scripts in our community repo as usual. Feel free to have a look and also contribute. Thank you.